Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing today? Well, today is Tuesday, October 14th of 2025. Approximately 11:45 in the morning. The reason why I have the camera set up like this is because the things I'm about to show, I have to do my video this way. Because I haven't taken the time out to test out how to do it a little bit more professionally. And because my movie cam on my laptop here seems to not work correctly, I just figured I would do it this way. So, good morning. It's still officially morning where I am. I've been up for a couple of hours. I worked for the last 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm off today and tomorrow, and then I have to go back to work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Getting a lot of hours this week, more than normal, so I'm grateful for that. So next week's check will be a little bit bigger. Give me a little bit more breathing room. I will say this. It seems like life is going by so fast. Events are occurring so fast that I can't keep up with it all. But what I do keep up with gets no attention whatsoever. And the reason why I'm making this video is to give you a good example for my own personal self. Mind you, I only have 180 friends on my Facebook page. A couple of days ago, I had 182. Unfortunately, I had to block a friend of mine that I've been friends with since probably 2010, so at least the last 15 years. But I had to block him for reasons that I might make known a little later and might not. But y'all are going to see it anyway when I make this video. The types of things that I post on my page is the way I feel. You know, everybody's going off about this Antifa. Well, it's anti-fa. It's not Antifa, it's anti-fa. You're anti-something, you know? All it means is that you're against fascism. That's all it means. It's not like each state has a chapter and they have monthly meetings or anything. No. Those people are Freemasons. Those people have chapters in every state. Multiple chapters in every state. And have secret meetings, you know. Do things behind the veil, so to speak. That is a group. That is an organization, you know. But I think it's pretty hilarious, actually. I lived in Portland for almost 2 years. And during the time that I was living there, I guess Antifa had a protest, but it was more of an Occupy. I think it was more Occupy ICE. And it was in June of 2018. And they actually set up along the train tracks on the one side of the ICE building and made it like a little small community. And it was pretty cool. It lasted probably for about 2 or 3 weeks. But in that time frame, I did have a friend that I had met when I lived in Colorado that was pretty free-spirited person, and they came out there and was there, and so I met up with them. So that's the only reason why I went down there. I went down there to hang out with my friend River and spend the day with them, and that was basically it. But I did take a lot of pictures. In fact, I probably have them posted on my Facebook page. I haven't even really thought about that until now. But I did take some pictures while I was down there. But I think it's great that in Portland they've come out with these inflatable costumes and people are standing up and showing the ridiculousness of it. But I guess my point in all this is knowledge is power. And this is my Facebook page. So if anybody wants to look me up on Facebook, all you got to do is look for that profile picture with that specific name. But here's the thing. This right here. I just posted this yesterday. One thing I've learned in the last 16 years of doing my own research is no matter how many facts and truths you bring to the table, most people will not consume it. They have been conditioned not to, like a Pavlov's dog. Most people just want the feel-good stuff like cat videos, baby pictures, and uplifting, inspiring stories. And I'm not saying that is bad, but it also shows that the humans don't want to deal with the reality of reality. And that is why we are in the condition we are in as a humanity in 2025. As you can see, I've only had 3 responses. No one's vilifying billionaires. No response. This one was a pretty good story about this General Grunwald. He's the head of the Oregon National Guard. He enrages MAGA by testifying that his troop will be focusing on protesting the protesters at the ICE facility if they're deployed. And that's what he's supposed to stand up for. I posted this, 10 hours ago. No responses. I post basically eye-opening information. This is a YouTube video. Trump keeps admitting that he's bought and owned by the world's richest Israeli, and this woman is the richest Israeli. I did a little bit of research on her and her husband who passed away in 2021, and they have ties to the mob, basically. The Israeli mob. But yeah, I post all sorts of information. Truth. As you can see. Where's the comments? Where's the responses? Where's the outrage? Here's one that got 4 or 5 responses. It was a feel-good post though, see? So if I scroll down here to where I post some feel-good stuff, people respond to feel-good stuff. But people don't want to respond to reality, and that's what I'm saying. You know, I post stuff based off reality. The truth. Okay, here's a post of me going to Dutch Brothers. I'm a Dutch Brothers freak. I love Dutch Brothers coffee. And here's a post of me, and it made like 12 likes. You know, 12 likes. Here, let's see. I post these stories too. I have a story album. And I'll post a picture along with the story. Let's see, what one was that one? But yeah, I have all these photo albums that I post all this information in, and post videos, and I post feel good stuff too, funny stuff. Here's a video of this like raccoon getting scared by this electronic witch, which was pretty funny, and it got 3 laughs. The feel good stuff I post, I guess it's been a minute, but stories, tributes to people and their lives, and just stuff, But as you can see, there's not much engagement. That's my point. Hell, even if I go to my YouTube page here, I have 345 subscribers. I have 392 videos. Here's my community on YouTube. No thumbs up. Got a few thumbs up on that one. Couple comments. One thumbs up. I get a little bit more engagement over here on my posts. At least I have people that at least give me a thumbs up, even if they don't say anything. But it's like my videos. Okay? 14 views. I posted it 5 days ago. Week ago, 34 views, 17 views, 20 views. So my views are very small, minimal. I guess I am a small channel, but I don't know. It's frustrating. Trying to engage with other humans, because even when other humans have the necessary tools to communicate with one another, they still don't utilize them. I guess I'm just done trying. I'm done trying to be what society projects. I'm done trying. I'm done trying. I'm just... Anyway. Figured I'd show y'all some of my photo albums. And right now, I'm just going to show you... Okay, as you can see, there's 4 on top. And then each other one has 5 in the row. I did count all my videos up the other day. My photo albums. And... I have about approximately 150 photo albums on here. And these are my oldest ones that are down here on the bottom of the list. Some of these are private albums. Some of them are not. Let's see. But as you can see, like right here, I was in Las Vegas. Right here was my California Cruising album. Phoenix, Tucson, San Antonio. My daughter during her teen years. A job that my husband did when we were living in Colorado, summer of 2012. Some of Daryl's art and his thoughts back in 2010 that he put down on paper for what everything was happening during that time. Art from when I lived at Jackson Wellsprings. There was a guy that lived there on property that was an amazing artist, and all these drawings were some of his artwork. And then I have a picture of me during my weight loss journey way back when. Me when I lived in Oregon, was homeless in Austin. Pictures of weed. Truth video or truth albums. Just some of my interests, you know. Letting people know who I am, what I'm about, how I think. Like I have an interest in bees. I've got pictures of my grandkids in here. I love lions. My Zionism, Freemasonry, Secret Society Symbolism album, you know. This album, Trippin' Times, is pictures, basically a Gen X things, nostalgic type things from my childhood. 420 Facts and Funnies, Dutch Brother pictures of when I go to Dutch Brothers, parenting tips, advice, coffee, stories, the world stage. That's who I am, and I guess I just want people to know that that's who I am, and it gets frustrating when you try to share your life with others, but nobody engages with you over it, you know? I'm subbed to so many people, it's hard to keep up. I do try to keep up with the ones that are real, you know? And those are the ones I'm going to start probably focusing on more. I'm probably going to give all my, not all my focus and energy, but the majority of my energy to the people I follow that put out feel-good stuff. That present their life as it is. And not trying to push their views or agenda on to anyone, you know. And maybe I should do that. But I'm also the type of person that I want to be in on the know of what's going on out there in society. I want to be in on the know of that, but I don't want to be so involved with it that it eats me up and consumes me. Because it seems like that's what it's doing to a lot of people in a lot of different ways, different subject matters. And the state that humanity is in right now is very disturbing to me. Very disturbing. And I have so much to say, but sometimes I think, why should I even say it? Because it's not like people are going to pay attention or listen anyway. I've just proven that. I've just proven that people don't even pay attention to basic posts, to a basic picture, to a basic few lines of words. That shows me that people have chosen not to engage. That shows me that people have chosen to not engage. And why? Why are people afraid to engage with others? Why are people afraid to engage with others that might have a different viewpoint? I have a friend on Facebook that I'm following. I'm not actually friends with him, but I follow him. And some of the things I've learned about him in the last 24 hours, I've learned more about him in the last 24 hours than in the probably last year that I've been following him on Facebook. Why? Because I had a simple conversation with the guy. And when the conversation first started out, it was more of a debate. In my mind, he was wrong, I was right. But at the end of the day, at the end of the conversation, as of this morning when I responded to him, after a comment that he'd left earlier this morning. It's all good. It's all good because he eventually said something that sparked the idea that I need to probably do a little bit more research. It seemed like he's pretty well researched in the information he presented me. And I'd never seen the information presented in the perspective that he presented it in, which makes me want to at least go research the information out, even though I might disagree with it. And I even told him that. But I thanked him for having that chat with me, because at least it did give me a different perspective on a subject matter that does divide the people. Anyways, much love, everyone. Peace, love, hugs, nugs. I'm all about being real. I'm all about saying what's on my heart and being as empathetic and considerate in my responses back to people as much as I can. And I think it would do a world of good if people could try to look at the other side of what they oppose and do some research, you know? And try to look in the mirror. Look in the mirror and see that humans aren't that much different. Humanity's at stake here. It's not one race or one country over another that's at stake. What's at stake is humanity, 100%.